Good morning, QMS. Please sit down. I have to tell you that the view from here is just spectacular. We don't get the opportunity to get the whole school together often enough, as you know. But when we do, it really is something special, and that's very appropriate because today is a very special day for us, as you'll find out and as we will unfold. First of all, though, I'd like to invite the choir up to lead us in the singing of O Canada. Please stand.
If the boom's up, we can't hear you. Just speak out. It's on.
Five settles.
Thank you. Please be seated. So welcome all of you to our Founders Day, our annual Founders Day commemoration. Special welcome to some alums and community members over here and board members. Everything in life has a history of some sort, and that's certainly true of schools. In my opinion, you have to know where you came from in order to fully understand who you are. And that's exactly why we create annual events like this one. And it's a chance for us to honour the huge efforts of those who've gone before. And those of us of the present should never take that responsibility lightly, to honour the huge efforts of those who've gone before, because we wouldn't have and we wouldn't enjoy what we enjoy today without that. So QMS came into being, as you know, on April the 4th, 1921. 103 years ago. Life was very different back in 1921. Less than a quarter of all Canadian homes had a telephone, for example. Radio, even, was in its very early days. And of course, TV was a long way off. And in fact, the only apples that you found were actually on trees. I was joking. You get the picture. Different times, different challenges. But leaders like challenges. It actually tests them and stretches them. It gives them an opportunity to make a difference. And positive changes in the world always need strong leadership. We're so fortunate that these two women, our founders, Ms. Dane and Ms. Keegan, had all the qualities of great leaders. Let's talk about some of those qualities that they had. Courage. Courage, huge necessity for any leader with any aspirations. Because you have to overcome all those fears of, will it work? Can we do it? What will people think? Etc., etc. They had courage in spades. A strong work ethic. You get nowhere in life without being willing to work and work hard and work even harder, right? And they certainly exemplified that from wielding a shovel and hammering in nails and half building the original school themselves. Superior problem-solving skills. Leaders need those because guess what? You're going to have lots of problems to solve. So you have to develop a confidence in your problem-solving skills. And when you were starting a school in sleepy little Duncan in 1921 with no money, you had to have superior problem-solving skills. You also, if you're a leader, you have to take people with you, right? There's no point in racing out ahead on your own. You have to take them in. They'll only come with you if there's some degree of trust. That they trust that you're going to do what you say you're going to do, and that you're motivated by all the right ethics and values. So, and they had that. They had that ability to inspire trust. Again, take the concept. It's a brand new entity. There is no school here. There is no private school. So, parents, give us your children to look after and to educate. Huge trust needed in that. And they did it. And then, of course, you have to have perseverance, right? As you've heard me say before, they'd just come out of the Great War. They were just about to go into the Depression. And then the Second World War came around. And then there was a pandemic in between all that, right? So you talk about perseverance, you need to be able to persevere and keep going. And they did it again. So from the beginning and throughout their time of influence, they insisted, and this is the bit that I've always really liked, they insisted on educating the whole person. It was imperative to care about others, to exercise good manners and courtesy at all times. Anything you read about them, that comes through again and again and again. It's imperative to serve something larger than the self, and to try to make the world a better place in some way, small or big. As you know, they chose their motto. They chose everything very carefully, but they chose their motto very carefully. Servati fortiter. Serve ye bravely. That, because that was at the heart of their philosophy. And we are so grateful that they did, because it's a fantastic philosophy and a fantastic motto to subscribe to. So, we must never forget them. I actually say hello to them every morning. I'll explain that. This is not the old guy going a bit crazy. If you come up to the offices in the Glide upstairs from the dining rooms, you will see two lovely portraits of the founders, nicely displayed on the walls. Well, guess what? I see them every morning, and not for long, but I talk to them. I say hello. And I'll say, sometimes I'll say to them, thank you. Sometimes I'll say to them, it's going to be a long day today. And then just as I walk past, right? You should try it sometime. Connect with your founders. Come up the stairs and say hello to them. What it does do, though, is it does remind me daily that the greatest tribute that we can pay them is to keep trying to create the best school that we can. And that's what we will continue to do long into the future. Thank you, everybody. And now, talking of great leaders, we are blessed to have the chair of the board that we have. So it's my great pleasure to invite Mary Delury up to talk to you this morning. Thank you.
We are here today to honor the founders of Queen Margaret's School, Ms. Dane and Ms. Gagan. On behalf of the QMS Board of Governors, I'd like to thank all of you for choosing QMS. Families, students, staff, teachers, and community members. Everyone here today is a story, started by our courageous founders. The board is responsible for working closely with leadership to make the best possible experiences for all of our students, while staying true to our values and the values of the founders. The image captured in Ms. Denny's words from February of 1921 gives some insight into their visionary thinking. We gazed into the fire and perhaps saw visions of what a school might be. We recounted the difficulties and the drawbacks, and yet in the ever-dancing flames came pictures of succeeding generations of children who would go out into the world with the imprint of the school upon them, with ideals in their hearts. This was over 103 years ago now. I wonder what our founders would think of where we are now. The QMS board is so proud of where we have been, where we are, and we are so excited to see where we're going. Thank you so much for choosing to be a part of QMS and for being here today to honor our founders. Before I go, I would like to get some help to show you something that's behind these boxes. So I need somebody to come up and help me. I think Heather's going to find somebody for me. Sometimes we have things around the school that honor the people who have had a significant impact in our school. So we need some help here. Okay, thanks, Heather. We're just going to get Jack to go up behind here, and he's going to help us see what's behind these boxes. Okay, so under the first one, there's someone here that's been tremendously important to our school. So, Jack, you remove the box. So this is one of our founders. This is Miss Dane. Now under the second one is someone who has had a significant impact to our school as well. Who do you think this one's going to be? Oh, we have some ideas. Oh, lots of ideas. Okay, let's pick one person. Okay, who do you think it's going to be? Miss Gagan. Okay, let's see if this is Miss Gagan. Jack, you can take the box off now. It's not Miss Gagan. You might not recognize him. Maybe we need to take his glasses off. He doesn't wear glasses anymore. Heather can take his glasses off. And maybe you don't recognize him because his hair is the wrong color. Maybe we should put the wig on. Who do you think this is? I think it's Ivan. Just in case you can't see it, here he is. Now you all know what's going to happen. He's going to get me back. Thank you, Mr. Robertson, for always being such a great sport. And thank all of you for being here today. And I would like to now thank you, Jack. really appreciate it. I would like to now introduce Ms. Sarah Milne, who's the former president of the OOMA and also an alum of QMS.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for having me here. I do not have an official capacity anymore, and yet you invited me back. I sometimes cause trouble also. Let's see what I can get into in my 2-minute allotment, which will undoubtedly run over. So it still feels like home when I come to campus. I wonder if that's because I kept coming back. It has been 37 years since I left the school. I didn't graduate here. I went from grade 5 through grade 10 and then went to a different school. But I still showed up at the grad dinner with all my friends who I'd gone to school with for 6 years. I'm still friends with those women. One's my accountant, one lives in New Zealand, one lives 10 minutes down the road, one's at the dance studio where my daughters dance. These people are still in my life. I came back again when I was a young mom, my kids were little, I needed adult conversation. So I joined the OMA, the Old Overseas Margaritians Association. And then later I came back as a parent. Thanks, Mr. Smith, for teaching my son to love learning. I still appreciate you. And yes, as a parent, you get very emotional when your kid actually learns to love learning. So it's a very, very special thing. I came back again to chair and be president of the UMA in these last few years. It has been a totally different experience. It's given me courage and confidence in a way that it didn't give me the first time I joined. Through the pandemic, I learned to use Zoom. I had to use some of these skills that Mr. Robertson has talked about. But throughout it all, I have felt this was home. So my point is obvious. This might be your home for a year, for 3 years, for 6 years, maybe for all 13 of your school years. My suggestion, my invitation is to always come back, in whatever capacity. Show up to galas, to Alum Day, go to all the international dinners and events that they have around the world now. Join the connects that we now have that allows us to stay connected through the internet. And find some way to stay connected. I have one other little anecdote, and that is, I'm not always comfortable speaking in front of people. My first experience was as an aged reindeer in some Christmas event that Ms. Peltier could probably maybe remember with me, and I feel like I did quite well. My memory is positive of that. I then, with a teacher, went into a speech contest in the classroom and somehow won, and then had to go in front of the whole school. And my memory of that is I was a miserable flop. It was horrible. And then I started joining Toastmasters, teaching at a college, and now I'm back here again. I feel so honored to be up to the school. Now, what's the school motto again? Mr. Robertson can't hear you. Try again. And again, louder. So the only people I hear are this wonderful set of junior school. What is going on up there? Are you going to let this junior school win up there? Come on, what is our school's motto in the bleachers? So be of service. Be of service to your family, be of service to your friends, to your classmates, and hopefully in the future be of service to your community in any way you can. Thank you very much for letting me be here.
Thank you, Sarah. So clearly I have to change the hairstyle. That looks pretty good. Didn't get the nose right. You have to get the ski jump nose. Right. Thank you. Thank you for that, mate. I will get you back. But not just yet. I would like to invite the school prefects up to share some facts about QMS with you.
So I'm Maya, the head prefect, and I'm sure that for the senior school you guys are mostly pretty familiar with the prefect council and what we do, but there's lots of junior school students in the crowd today. So for the junior school students, what we aim to do as the prefect council is improve the student experience as well as demonstrate the school values through our behavior. We work to plan events, connect with students, especially when you might see us in the chapel when we're on duty or at lunchtime, and serve as a bridge between all of you and the faculty. Overall, we try to subscribe to the idea of servant leadership because that fits with our emphasis on action over words. And of course, our school motto, as we all just practice, servate accordingly.
And I'm Ethan Picard, the deputy head prefect. Been at QMS for 14 years, not 13, as was said earlier. And again, what Maya said, for example, this year we've worked on organizing school events such as Spirit Day, Halloween costume parades, and Remembrance Day. We also pursue our own individual passion projects, which would attempt to improve on an area of the school we deeply care about. We're currently creating our grad classes legacy gift and collecting ideas that will help improve FA, or faculty advisor. Today, we'd like to share with you some fun facts you may not know about Queen Margaret School.
Hello everyone, my name is Noah Bird, and I have been at QMS now for 5 years. Did you know the name Innisfree actually appears multiple times throughout our school's history? During 1939, Queen Margaret School purchased its first farm, calling it Innisfree. Innisfree actually stems from the poem, The Lake Isle of Innisfree, by William Butler Yeats.
Hello everyone, my name is Gray. I've been here at many years. Prior to our current farmhouse, the school owned 4 other properties. The produce from these farms was used to feed the students.
Hi, I'm Maggie. I've been at the school for 13 years. Did you know that in 1943, QMS purchased a farm down the hill by Cairnsmore and named it Galvashta, solely using it to grow potatoes? Unfortunately, the only reason the property had become available was because its previous owners had been sent to a Japanese internment camp.
Hello, my name is Lexa. I have been at QMS for 13 years. Did you know, prior to the construction of the hospital, the hill it sits on was covered in wild strawberries. For this reason, it was called Strawberry Hill by First Nations peoples living in Cowichan Valley.
Hello, my name is Kieran Denny. I've been at school for 6 years, and did you know that Innisfree Valley Bark, a cow housed on the school's first farm, produced 106,000 gallons of milk, winning the Gold Seal certificate from the Ayrshire Breeders Association. What a cow.
Hello everyone, I'm Hannah and I've been at QMS for 14 years as well. Did you know that around 1960, Miss Denny and Miss Gagan rented a property near the hospital and used it to create an all-boys junior school called Bunkin Grammar School? Our founders had to stop renting it when the owner told them that if they wanted to continue using it, they had to buy the building.
Hi everyone, my name is Jade and I've been going to QMS for 4 years. Did you know that many of the students attending during World War II could not go home as they were war guests, many of them from England? Miss Denny reached out to friends to ask if there was anyone who needed to come to Canada, charity being a core value of our founders.
Hi everyone, my name is Bronwyn. I've been at QMS for 3 years. Did you know that student and staff creativity is always flourished at QMS? Our school had its own dandelion band. Yeah, you heard that right. By taking the tip off a dandelion, and shortening its stem, it can produce a sound when you blow right through it.
Hi everyone, I'm Shaylee and I've been at QMS for 9 years. Did you know that music has always been an integral part of QMS? Miss Dane played the organ, violin, and piano. She had a beautiful voice and she ran the school choir. Also, in the 1920s and 30s, women commonly participated in a variation of gymnastics from Scandinavian countries. Students could be seen performing their routines at the school's sports day.
Hi again, I'm Maya. I've been going to QMS for 6 years. Did you know that Chief Mike Underwood and Simon Charlie, who were local First Nations artists, carved and painted a canoe that was later auctioned by the school? Chief Mike Underwood's granddaughter also attended QMS, and the canoe is now in possession of the Museum of Vancouver.
Did you know, in 1962, the school hired Shirley Bird? She was a groom for the Queen's Forces during the 1960 Olympics. She helped to refine the equestrian program at Queen Margaret's School.
Thank you.
Thank you to the Scopely events. That was illuminating and a good touch. Nice for everybody to hear from you. So it's my pleasure to invite the school choir up again to lead us in the singing of the school song. Thank you. Please be seated. There's a lot in those words on the screen behind me. So one of our aims is to get the school embracing the school song even more and singing it even more frequently. So there we are. That concludes today's special event. I hope that you would agree that it's supposed to be meaningful, and I think it was meaningful. I want to thank everybody that put all the different pieces together, because as you know, these ceremonies don't just happen. There are all sorts of different people pulling together. But in particular, I want to recognise Ms. Heather Barfey and Mr. for their work in putting this together. So let's give them a round of applause. as I invite our special guest to leave with me, I would ask all heritage students to meet at the front of the stage for a photo. Other than that, there's an exciting afternoon of events, and the key part of this afternoon is the school working together. Junior school, senior school, sharing, participating, because that's what the founders believed in, participating. Don't be a bystander, be a participant. Thanks everybody, have a great day.